What's up? Welcome in to Sports with Balls. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. However you are tuning in, thank you. I'm back, at least for now, man. Woo! What a rough couple weeks it has been. My goodness. Hope you guys did not get this sickness. It was brutal, absolutely brutal. But looks like I'm back, and we'll go on with some sports today. Welcome into Sports with Balls. I'm your host, Jeff Michael, as usual. Today, March the 1st. Hope your February was good. Hope your March is even better. Lots of national holidays today. Like, it's wild. March 1st, so National Day of Unplugging. Y'all can imagine what that is. National Peanut Butter Day. National Baby Sleep Day. Denim Day for Dementia. So wear some denim for dementia today. Endometriosis Awareness Day. Y'all, this goes on and on. There's 40 of them. I'm not going to go through all of them. Independence Movement Day. Wow, man. National Dadgum That's Good Day. That's what I'm going with for my favorite today. National Dadgum That's Good. National Dress in Blue Employee Appreciation. Horse Protection Day. Hotel Slipper Day. Y'all, this is the most I've ever seen. National Pig Day. So bacon. National Minnesota Day. National Texas Stress Day. If your name is Sage. Wedding Planning Day. Y'all, it's crazy how many of these there are. Public Risk Management Awareness Day. Solo Vacation Day. Self-Injury Awareness Day. Share a Smile Day. World Compliment Day. This is the most I've ever seen. World Day of Prayer. Seagrass Day. Zero Discrimination Day. It's just on and on and on, man. So happy March 1st. Welcome to Sports with Balls. As always, I'm your host, Jeff Michael. Woo! Lots going on today. What are we going to get into today? There's a few things, man. And look, it is a slow part of the year. I've told you all this from right after Super Bowl was over. This is where it gets. Thank God for Caitlin Clark. Thank God for Caitlin Clark and Iowa women's basketball, because we wouldn't have a whole lot to talk about right now if it wasn't for her and what's going on over there in Iowa. Of course, she declared for the WNBA draft. We'll get into that a little bit. A couple of things in NFL news, a bunch of stuff happening over there in the NFL. We'll talk about the NFL, the mock draft. I've got a Mel Kiper's mock draft, which is pretty interesting. Combine news. What else? NBA stuff, NCAA standings. Like I said, there's not a ton to get into, but we will get into what is on the docket. But first and foremost, got to thank Christian's Tailgate. Go to christianstailgate.com. $1 White Claws and Neutrals, because the University of Houston is number one in the polls. So $1 White Claws and Neutrals. Go over there, plus award-winning hamburgers. Man, it's on Taco Tuesday. It's $2 tacos and $1 White Claws. Yeah, that's balling on a budget right there. Go to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. Also, over at Modern Home Improvement and Remodeling, modern-homeimprovement.com, 281-949-8925. Get your house remodeled, $500 off when you mention Sports with Balls. Call him for any home improvement needs. That's Josh Smith, 281-949-8925. All right, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. And later on, obviously, we'll do what happened today in sports history. There's a lot of that on March 1st. There wasn't a ton yesterday. And again, I've been sick, y'all. This whatever's going around got me good. Got me effing good. So this is the first day I felt somewhat normal. So my voice is a little cracky, but I'm pushing through it. But let's get into it, man. What's this girl, Caitlin Clark, man? I'm so happy that I'm alive to witness what's going on with this chick. She's awesome. She's absolutely awesome. And it couldn't be better for women's sports, women's basketball in general. She goes on social media yesterday, talking about she's going to enter the WNBA draft, which of course she's going to go number one, and only 400 miles away from her home is the Indiana Fever, where they have the number one draft pick. They are going to draft her, and I can't even imagine the first Indiana Fever game, and I believe it's in Connecticut, that is going to be sold out. Sold out. It will be on television. It'll be fun to watch. Good for her. I think she's 19 points away from breaking the late, great LSU Pistol Pete Maravich's record for all-time points scored, men's or women, in NCAA history. That is absolutely phenomenal. She is a baller. Watching her is awesome. It is must-see TV. Can't wait till the tournament starts. She's going to draw huge crowds and obviously huge attention. Caitlin Clark, draft. Good for her. She had another season that she could have gone because of the COVID during her freshman year, but she could have played next year in college as well. But I think, don't wear out your welcome. It's been a blast watching you, and, let's go. I want to see her in the WNBA. She will be drafted by the Indiana Fever, the number one pick. Going to be fun. She should break Pete Maravich's record here in the next game. So I think tickets to that game, I think it's Ohio State they're playing. Tickets are on average $500. Good for her. I wish I could go see her. I wish I was in the North and I could go watch this girl play. I really do. Phenomenal. So good for her. Good for the WNBA. Good for college hoops. I will be watching this weekend when they play Ohio State. Going to be awesome. Going to be pretty cool. Caitlin Clark, just good for basketball in general. All right, on to the NFL. Vikings inform Alexander Madison that he will be cut. Look, he had his chance. They gave him this entire year to try to be the running back. He wasn't good. I know fantasy football owners tried to draft Alexander Madison, and hopefully he would be awesome because Dalvin Cook took off. It didn't work out. So Minnesota's releasing Alexander Madison. There is an issue in Miami where Tyreek Hill's got to have a fun life, I would think. There's a woman that claims she broke her leg. And these are the stories we have to go off of, folks. This is what happens when the NFL stops. And the slow point of the year for sports. Tyreek Hill, there's a lady that says she broke her leg running football drills in Tyreek Hill's backyard. She's suing Tyreek Hill. Y'all do whatever you want with that information. He just seems to always be in a little bit of trouble, and it's not huge trouble. It just seems like there's always something on Tyreek Hill's record, or something's going on in court, and baby mamas, and just drama with Tyreek Hill. Just drama. The kid's absolutely amazing at football, but off the field, it seems like Tyreek has some issues. Not to be outdone, the story of the year for me, JJ in Dallas, Jerry freaking Jones has been ordered by a judge to take a paternity test. The 27-year-old woman says that the billionaire is her biological father. The court has been going through this for a while now, and looks like Jerry Jones is heading to the paternity test. I don't know how this is going to work. Man, this lady, if this is Jerry Jones's daughter, boom, she's set. But Texas judge on Wednesday rejected an appeal from Jones in a 2022 ruling in a paternity case brought by Alexandra Davis, who previously alleged in a separate lawsuit she was conceived from a relationship Jones had with her mother in the mid-1990s. Jerry Jones has to take a paternity test. You are the father. Is that what we're going with? Jerry on Jerry. That's what we should do, right? Jerry Jones on Jerry Springer. Let's do it. This feeds right into the stigma of the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. Jerry. Sorry, I don't feel bad for you at all. I wonder if Kevin Anthony's on here listening. Go Cowboys. Go Jerry. Oh, Jerry Jones with the paternity test. These are the headlines, folks. These are the headlines of the sports world right now. I'm telling you, it is slim pickings these days. And speaking of pickings, Steelers GM has quote unquote full faith in Kenny Pickett after his struggles. The draft coming up is going to be absolutely phenomenal. This is one of the most interesting drafts that we've had in a long time. 5 quarterbacks coming out that are all look to be starters this coming year. Looks to be like a lot of fun. The draft looks great. It looks absolutely phenomenal. The trades that are going to go down look good. Mel Kiper Jr. came up with his mock draft. All right. And here it is. Number 1, Caleb Williams to the Bears. Now, that means that Justin Fields is out. That means Justin Fields is gone. See you later. No more Justin Fields. So they'll get some picks back for Justin Fields, and they're going to draft number 1, Caleb freaking Williams. Now, sorry guys if there's some I got a little bit of static on mine, but a lot of people think Jaden Daniels for LSU should go number 1. But as of right now, he's number 2 to the Commanders. I don't know if you flip-flop them. I don't know. I don't know how it goes, which way it goes, but we're going to find out. Number 3, Drake May to the New England Patriots, who earlier this week have already said that they definitely want to take a quarterback. So you got 3 quarterbacks in the first 3 picks. Wow. Where they go, how you figured out, I don't know, but it looks phenomenal. Marvin Harrison Jr., number 4 to the Cardinals. That would be really interesting. J.C. Latham to the Chargers at number 5. Rome Aduzzi to the Giants at number 6. Joe Alt to the Titans at number 7. Dallas Turner, the Falcons at number 8. And then you've got Malik Neighbors to the Bears at number 9. And then Brock Bowers to the Jets at number 10. It's just going to be fun. Like the trades that are going to go down, the people that are going to want to move up, the people that are, are the Giants sticking with Daniel Jones? There's going to be quarterbacks available at number 6. Saquon Barkley, is he going to Houston? He's expressed interest in going there. There's so many things that this draft has in store. It's awesome. It's unbelievable. Look at the free agent wide receiver market. It is unbelievable. Mike Evans, T. Higgins. Well, T. Higgins now going back to Cincinnati. Calvin Ridley, Michael Thomas, Marquise Brown, Michael Pittman, Odell Beckham, Gabe Davis, Tyler Boyd, Jalen Jennings. The running back market is exactly the same too. Derek Thomas, Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard. On and on and on and on. Josh Jacobs. It is the running back market, the wide receiver market, the quarterbacks coming out in the draft. This is going to be a blast. I can't wait. Sports with Balls, we definitely will have a draft special leading up to it. It is going to be fun. It is going to be a lot of fun. The need for these teams, going to be a blast. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Hope you guys are too. Stay tuned to Sports with Balls for all of it. All right. So that's your NFL news. the headlines of the NFL are woman got her leg broken at Tyreek Hill's house. Jerry Jones got to take a paternity test and go on Springer. And Madison's released by the Vikings. So there you go. All right, let's move on to NCAA rankings because the University of Houston Cougars are number 1. Wow. And it's Houston, Purdue, and UConn. Look, they're all interchangeable depending on where you live. Houston's 24-3, Purdue 25-3, UConn 25-3. So all 3 of them are the same. But right now, University of Houston, 53 votes at number 1, Purdue 4, UConn 5. Speaking of number 1, I just told you earlier, Chris's Tailgate, $1 white balls and neutrals because University of Houston's number 1. Get over there when you can. So you got Houston, Purdue, UConn, Tennessee, and Marquette round out the top 5. And here we go with the top 10. Arizona, Kansas, Iowa State, and then North Carolina, number 9. North Carolina and Duke are 9 and 10. And then it goes on and on and on down the list. But look, we all know what's coming up. March Madness. All these teams are in, obviously, the top 25. Florida's 28 or 24th on here with 8 losses, which is interesting. Washington State escaping last night, I think, over USC at number 19 at 21-7. San Diego State at 20th. All these teams are good. All of them are good. And look, we all root for the Cinderella team until it comes down to the Final Four, because then you want the powerhouses. You want Houston, Purdue, UConn, Tennessee, Marquette. You want those teams in the Final Four. You want the big dogs in there. I realize the Cinderella stories are fun, and it is. It's a great thing. There's always one who makes it 2 or 3 rounds deep into the NCAA tournament. But when it comes down to the Final Four, you want the big dogs. You want UConn versus Purdue. You want Marquette versus Houston, Arizona versus Purdue. Like, those would be fun basketball games. And we'll see. There's a lot of bubble watch going on right now. But I'm stoked. It's March. So guess what? March Madness. Here we come. I'm not going to miss the NBA today. There's no reason. There's nothing going on in the NBA that excites me. We'll wait till playoffs start coming around. I think 15 teams. I think everybody gets in at this point in the NBA in the playoffs. So the news surrounding the NBA is LeBron James, and he's 40 and about to get 40,000 points. So if that interests you, then watch LeBron James's next game. That's what you got to look up to. Speaking of interest you, flip back to the NFL real quick. Does the NFL Combine interest you? Like, are y'all stoked about the Combine? Have y'all watched anything? I told you what Tuesday when I had the show. I tried to struggle through that one. The 40-yard dash is interesting, and I think that's about it. In fact, I think Tom Brady posted he just ran a 40 better than he did when he was in his 20s. So I don't know how much stock you throw into that, but the NFL Combine isn't doing much for me these days. It's not fun. They tried to make a spectacle of it. It didn't come out. Like, C.J. Stroud did terrible at all his testing, and all of a sudden he's the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. Like, I don't put a lot into the NFL Combine. I don't. You've seen these guys in college. You see what they can do. Jaden Daniels may be interesting at the Combine because he's on a little bit of a limited film, right? Like that would be about it. But I don't put a lot of stock in the NFL Combine. I don't know if you guys do. I don't know if you want your owners there, like the Commanders owners over there. You've got a few owners over there putting in their 2 cents. I don't know. I wouldn't imagine that's a good thing. But the Combine to me is, It just is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't excite me at all. But we're gonna have an NFL draft special coming up here, probably a week out, maybe 4 days out before the draft, and then we'll cover the first round covers live here on Sports with Balls. I always love doing the first round live. That is the initial reaction from the first picks. Always a good time. All right, today in sports history, dude, there's a lot of stuff. 1903, Major League Baseball Rules Committee ruled that the pitcher's mound must not be more than 15 inches higher than the baselines or home plate. Those are rules we still follow. 1903, 121 years ago. Oh my gosh. Where else? It's the man. 1942, Major League Baseball owners decide not to allow players in the military to play for the clubs when on furlough. Woo. Where are we at? Joe Louis retires on this day in 1949. Former world heavyweight boxing champion retires with a 66-3-0 record, including 52 KOs, and defended his title 25 times. Joe Louis. Wow. That's pretty impressive. 1954, Ted Williams fractures his collarbone and was out of the Boston lineup until May 15th. There's a huge retirement in this day. Mickey Mantle in 1969 announces his retirement due to persistent knee injuries. Finished his 18th season career with 536 home runs and a 298 batting average. .002 points away from 300. Woo, that had to have been tough. Bobby Orr becomes the first defenseman in NHL history to score 25 goals this day in 1970. What else we got here? Cricket stuff. PGA Tournament Players Championship in 1976. Jack Nicklaus wins his second. What else? A lot of NCAA basketball tournament stuff. Whoa. I don't know what just happened, but it just translate. I don't need it translated, but I lost that page. Is what it is. Look, guys, number one, want to thank Christian's Tailgate for obviously sponsoring Sports with Balls. Go to christianstailgate.com. I've talked about them all show. Incredible drink specials, incredible food, award-winning hamburgers. Go check out christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. And Josh Smith at Modern Home Improvement and Remodeling. Modern-homeimprovement.com. Give Josh a call, 281-949-8925. Tell him Sports with Balls sent you. Get $500 off your next remodel. All right, guys, y'all have a great weekend. I would do Where You Want to Be this weekend, but we all know it's Caitlin Clark. You're going to want to be in that Ohio State game and watch her break the record. Otherwise, it's the combine. And we've already kind of discussed that. If you missed anything on the show, go to Sports with Balls podcast. It'll be up right after this show is over. There's just not a ton of sports news for me to sit here and bore you with. So I hit the points. I get in, I get out. I'm Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Balls. We'll see you on Monday. I'm out of here.